Hey everybody, we're going to make a card today with the Band Together stamp set. I've seen cards similar to this on Pinterest and online, and I've wanted to try it. I just haven't tried it yet, so I thought maybe we could try it together. Anyway, great stamp set. It's got a really good flower focal point and then a bunch of really cool sayings. Looks like outside sayings and inside of the card sayings. So we'll start with that. We're going to start with the big flower stamp, and I'll go ahead and ink that up with just a black ink pad. We're going to use blends on this, so you want to use Memento ink so that your blends won't smear, or I should say the ink won't smear while you're using the blends. And then I've got a piece of cardstock that's 5 1/4 by 4. And I want this to be kind of in the middle of my card, if anything a little bit to the right. And then I want that big flower on the top fully on the paper. So the stems are going to hang off just a tiny bit. Press that down really well and pull it back off. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to pull out our paper cutter, and I'm going to cut a line down the middle of my card, but I don't want it to go all the way through all the flowers. So you want a cutter that will cut to a pinpoint, and this arrow right here sticking out shows you where that is. And so I'm going to kind of just guess where my flowers land, and I've been doing a pretty good job of figuring that out. If it doesn't exactly match or line up all the way, that's fine. What I really want is that straight line up and down my card. That's the important part. Now I'll take a pair of paper snips. If I can find them. Holy cow, they were just here. Does everything get lost on your desk like it gets lost on my desk? All right, I found them. So now I'm going to take this, where this straight line is, and cut the flower to match that straight line. And like I said, if it doesn't line up exactly, you'll be able to catch it with your scissors if it doesn't hit the edge of the stamped image. And the easiest way to cut, I think, is to take your scissors and hold them relatively stationary and then move your paper. Just gives you a lot more control. Do whatever's comfortable for sure. Whoops, I missed a spot. Keep a little bit of white border around that because that'll highlight what you've stamped, make it stand out just a little bit more. And see what's happening? I'm cutting around the flower, but the straight line is already there. So I'm just cutting to that straight line and then cutting the flower around the edge. And I can come back and trim this a little more if I need to, if I miss a spot, but I think we're doing pretty good so far. All right, almost done. Okay, and do you see what that did? It actually, I cut out the details of the flower, anything that went beyond that straight line. I don't like this sticking out part right here. We're going to fix that. Probably nobody would have noticed except me, but all right, so now I've got my card, or my focal point of my card right there. Now I'm going to take my blends, and I've got a pile of blends that I want to use. Good grief. Okay, I've got Rich Razzleberry, I've got Daffodil Delight, and Old Olive. So I'm going to start with the Rich Razzleberry. I'm going to start with my dark color. And Stampin' Up! Does a really good job of showing us where the dark shaded areas need to be. They always put like the little lines on the flowers, or extra little marks where the shadowing should be on a lot of their stamp sets, so it's kind of cool. I'll take the Rich Razzleberry Light, and I always use the brush end. I think I'm just lazy. It covers more surface area quicker. I'm going to leave a few little white spots in no particular area. I'm going to kind of come in and do little circular motions because I don't want this to be a streaky color. I want it to be kind of worked in. Okay, and again, white spots are okay. You don't have to, but it just kind of adds a little character. You're going to blend that darker ink into the lighter ink. And as you layer the color, even if it's the same color marker, you can actually layer the color a little bit darker by going back over it. I don't know how well that shows up, but it gets darker the more you layer it on, which is kind of cool. All right, so I'll start with the dark Daffodil Delight and just color that middle space. And you notice I'm not really trying to stay in the lines. I'm not really trying to be very precise. In fact, on this, I think I'm going to run my marker outside of that image, and then even here a little bit. It just adds a little different color to it. It's kind of cool. It's almost like a salmon-y color when you mix those two together. Then I'm going to come back in with the rich raspberry, Old Olive, and the dark Old Olive, and I'm just going to add a little bit of detail to where the outside of the leaves are. Just a little bit. And then I'll come back in with my light and kind of fill in. Again, white spots are fine. They kind of add character to what's going on. Outside the lines are okay as long as you don't go crazy. And white spots are okay. Whatever you want to do, this is yours. And I can even come in and highlight a little bit with, like I said, the same color marker, because as you layer it, as you add the color, it actually layers the color on there. Okay, we got that. Now originally I was thinking about putting a saying right here, but then I decided that I'd be okay with something sticking out the top. So let me grab a scrap if I can find one. And then we'll have everything and put it all together. I've got the beautiful inside and out. And I'll stamp that on a scrap. And put those supplies aside. Now I'll pull out my, it's the new punch. I don't even know what it's called. I'm sure you guys will figure it out. You've probably got your catalog sitting right next to you. So I've got that. And then I'm going to take a scrap piece of Tranquil Tide and cut out one more of those punches. All right, we're going to layer all this together. I've got the base of my card, my focal point. I've got these two pieces, and I've got some scraps of Designer Series paper. And I think I'll take the Tranquil Tide scrap, and we'll decide what side of that to use in a second. But in order to make this stand out a little bit more against this white, if I were to put this against this, it's not really going to show very much just because it's almost all white on white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece and cut it in half. It doesn't have to be exactly in half, it just has to be sort of in half. And put a little adhesive on the either edge of that. And now I'm going to come back in with this. And as long as you line it up carefully, you can put that little edge right there and then not have anything show on the back side or on the ends. I'm going to do the same thing with this piece, just a little bit on the edge. And you'll notice that in the back, it's not straight. That doesn't matter. Nobody's going to see that part. So don't worry about lining that up. You want it to look pretty from the front. We'll put dimensionals on that, and then we're ready to go. All right, so now all we need to do is layer everything up. I'm going to take my piece of cardstock, fold it in half, and I know I should be using a bone folder. And then this piece right here is, like I said, it's a scrap, and I know I need it 5¼ inches long. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that real quick before I try to put it on my card. And then what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to use the words that side up. So I'm going to put adhesive on this, and then as I lay it on my card, I'm going to line it up, 1/4 inch border around the edge, top, bottom, and that right side. And then I've got this piece that I can layer, and I'm going to frame that top, bottom, and left side, because I didn't know how far these would overlap, and that wasn't the point. The point is to get that border around there. And then take this, and we'll lay this right there with dimensionals, and there you have our card. I made one earlier just to show you the little bit of difference with the gingham paper on the edge. Aren't those pretty? Well, thanks for joining me, and I hope you tune in often to see what new videos I have in store for you. Thanks, you guys.